Sometimes she saw Chief Baligan standing far away, watching her, holding something in his hand. Red, small, familiar. She would wake up sweating, heart pounding. Jesus, she whispered one night, clutching her chest. Fear entered her life quietly, but it stayed. Victoria tried to distract herself. She called some of the men who used to spoil her. No answer. She messaged another. Busy, he replied. Another one blocked her. Within weeks, the same men who once couldn't stay away from her suddenly had no time. Even when she went out, people looked at her differently. Not admiration. Concern. Is that Victoria? Someone whispered at a salon. She looks different. Victoria heard it. And it cut deeper than any insult. One evening, Anita came over and froze at the door. Babe, she said slowly, stepping inside. What's going on? Victoria was sitting on the floor, no makeup, hair tied back carelessly, her face looking thinner than usual. I don't know, she said weakly. Anita sat beside her immediately. You've gone to hospital. Everywhere, Victoria replied. Nothing is working. Silence filled the room. Then Victoria said it. I think that man did something to me. Anita's head snapped up. What man? Chief Baligan. The name alone changed the air. What do you mean? Anita asked carefully. Victoria swallowed. That pant, it disappeared in his house. Since then, everything has been wrong. Anita stood up instantly, pacing. Jesus Christ. Victoria, why didn't you say this since? I didn't believe it myself. Victoria cried. I thought it was just normal sickness. Anita stopped, her face filled with fear. That man has rumors, she said quietly. I've heard things before, women, strange things, but I thought it was just talk. Victoria's eyes filled with tears. I'm scared. For the first time since she started her soft life, Victoria felt something she had avoided for years. Helplessness. That night, she made a call she had been avoiding. Mommy, she said, her voice breaking. Please, come. Mama Titi arrived the next day. The moment she saw her daughter, she didn't speak. She just sat down slowly. Victoria looked nothing like the confident girl who had left weeks before. She looked drained. What happened? Her mother asked quietly. Victoria broke. She told her everything. The men. The gift. The chief. The estate. The missing pant. The sickness. The dreams. Everything. Mama Titi listened in silence. When Victoria finished, the room felt heavy. Then her mother spoke. My daughter, she said softly, there are things in this world you don't play with. Victoria burst into tears. Mommy, I don't want to die. Mama Titi held her hand tightly. You will not die, she said firmly. But her eyes were filled with something deeper than fear. They were filled with knowing. Because she already understood what Victoria was just beginning to realize. This was no ordinary sickness. And ordinary solutions would not fix it. I don't want to die. Victoria's voice was barely above a whisper, but the fear inside it filled the entire room. Mama Titi tightened her grip on her daughter's hand. You will not die, she repeated firmly. But now, you must listen. No more pride. No more hiding. Victoria nodded weakly. That same day, they began searching for help. First, a herbalist in a corridor. He burned incense, chanted quietly, and shook his head many times. Strong case, he said. Very strong. He gave them mixtures, told Victoria to bathe with certain leaves, and warned her not to eat outside food. Victoria followed everything. Nothing changed. Next, an alpha recommended by a neighbor. He listened carefully, scribbled on paper, and gave her water to drink. Enemies are many, he said. Still, nothing changed. Then a prophetess in motion. She shouted, prayed loudly, and told Victoria to bring candles, white cloth, and special oil. They spent money. They prayed. They waited. Nothing changed. Each place had answers. Each place had confidence. But none had results. Victoria grew weaker. Her body felt like it was slowly shutting down. Even standing became difficult. At night, the dreams returned, louder, clearer. She saw the estate again. The room. The brass bowl. And inside it, her missing lace pant. She saw Chief Baligan standing over it, whispering words she couldn't understand, his voice deep and controlled. She would wake up screaming. One night, after another failed prayer session, Victoria sat in front of a cracked mirror in her mother's house. She stared at her reflection. She didn't recognize herself anymore. The hottest girl in Lagos now looked like a shadow. Her cheekbones were too sharp. Her eyes looked tired. Her skin had lost its glow. She touched her face slowly. "How did I get here?" she whispered. Her mother, standing behind her, answered gently. "One step at a time." Victoria closed her eyes, tears falling silently. For the first time, she wasn't thinking about money, or beauty, or men. She was thinking about life. The next morning, an old woman who sold vegetables nearby came to visit Mama Titi. After hearing everything, she shook her head slowly. "You people are looking everywhere," she said. "But you haven't gone to the right place." Mama Titi leaned forward. "Where?" The woman replied calmly. "Mercy Fire Revival Center." Victoria didn't argue. She was too tired to doubt anything anymore. When they arrived, the church looked simple. No fancy decorations. No loud display. Just a quiet building with plastic chairs and people praying sincerely. Victoria stepped inside slowly. And something strange happened. For the first time in weeks, she felt calm. Not healed. Not strong. But calm. A woman approached them. Plain clothes. No show. No noise. "Welcome," she said softly. "Sit down." That was Pastor Ino. Victoria sat quietly throughout the service, tears falling without control. Nobody mocked her. Nobody stared at her. Nobody treated her like a spectacle. They simply prayed. After the service, Pastor Ino took her aside. "Tell me everything," she said. Victoria did. No pride. No excuses. No hiding. When she finished, Pastor Ino nodded slowly. "You opened doors you didn't understand," she said. "But those doors can be closed." Victoria's lips trembled. "Can I still be free?" Pastor Ino looked at her with calm certainty. Yes. That single word lit something inside Victoria. For the first time since everything started, she felt hope. And deep down, she knew this was different. Because this time, nobody was asking for money. Nobody was scaring her. Nobody was guessing. They were simply ready to fight for her. And Victoria was finally ready to be saved.